Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Now we've got quite a lot to get through in this video today. I've literally just come home from work. It's currently 9:30 at night, but a lot has gone on today whilst I've been at work, so we're going to try and cover quite a lot. We've got a couple of signings to go through, one of them which happened a few days ago now, a couple of days ago. And we've also got our new captain. The new captain for the season has been announced, so we'll quickly discuss that. And we've got an outgoing transfer as well, finally. One that I'm really happy about. Kind of, which we'll also discuss. So let's get straight into it, and we'll start with today's transfer. So today we finally found a striker. We finally signed a striker, Charlie Wyke, and it's believed to be a fee around 500k with add-ons that could eventually build up to around 1 million, which I don't think is too bad. You know, I think he's 25 years of age, and I think at that age he's pretty much coming into his prime. He's got 23 goals and 13 assists in 62 appearances for Bradford, which isn't too bad. But in saying that, 16 of those 23 goals came last season, which obviously means that he's in form right now. That's why he's such hot property this summer. So I think it's a very, very good signing. Unfortunately, he is injured. I think it's rumoured to be around 2 or 3 weeks. We might not see him for a good few weeks as of yet. He's been given the number 9 shirt, and rightly so, because that kind of probably sums up his style. He is a goal scorer. He's very good in the air, something we've needed. But someone who can also, you know, play with the ball at his feet as well. He is a bit of a brute. He can, like I say, he's a very good aerial presence, but he can bring the ball down, he can dribble, and he can assist as well, as we've seen by the statistics. He can be that sort of hold-up player, but he's not the just sort of typical big number 9 that you see up front, hold the ball up, can't really do much with his feet, because this lad can, and I think if he's given plenty of chances, which I think we should or could do in this league, I think he'll bag us quite a few. I think if we get this service right, then, you know, I think he's going to bag a good, 20-odd goals this season. I think that'd be absolutely excellent for him, and I'm really, really pleased with that signing as well. And another signing which we made a few days ago now is Luke Honeyman, another player that I'm absolutely buzzing with this signing, by the way, absolutely buzzing. Luke Honeyman is 23 years of age. He's a central midfielder, and he has signed on a 2-year deal. I think a lot of these deals are 2-year deals, sorry. But Wyke, I'm pretty sure that's a 3-year deal. It wasn't actually confirmed on the Sunderland website, but Sky Sports did say that Wyke has signed a 3-year deal with us. So that remains to be seen, really. But back into Honeyman, I think that is an absolutely excellent signing. Someone who I think we can progress with, and someone who I think can be at the club for a long time. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can tackle, he can score, he can make assists, and he's got one hell of an engine on him, and he works very, very hard for the team. He's one of those tireless midfielders that everyone wants. The kind of player that, you know, people seem to think that Catamol is, which he isn't really, is he? He's not. He's not. He's pretty shit. Don't get me wrong, guys, he was good. He has been alright at times, Catamol, but I haven't seen a decent performance from him for several years. I keep going back on myself with that, because every time I slag Catamol off, I get so much shit. But come on, let's be honest, he has been shit. Now, Luke Honeyman, he seems like he has a massive personality. I think for me, I'm quite old school in the sense that I like, you know, I obviously like to see in training the lads having fun and having a laugh and stuff like that. But sometimes, especially nowadays with social media and stuff, I think egos can be made, and I'm very wary of that. Even though I can't judge the lad as of yet, of course I can't. And he had his sort of journey up to Sunderland coming down from Wycombe. He had that all recorded on an Instagram story. And little bits I'm just sort of like, oh God, is this going to be a bit of an ego we're bringing on here? But he seems like a nice enough lad. He seems harmless enough. It's just when you see the likes of Pogba and stuff like that on Instagram that really gets on my nerves. That kind of stuff, especially if you're not performing particularly well. But obviously he hasn't even got a game under his belt yet. But we shall see. I think he's going to be a very interesting one. And from what I've heard from Wycombe fans and just managers that have managed him anyway, he seems like someone who, he doesn't stop working. He's always the last guy on the training pitch. So I think he definitely has potential to be a fan favourite this season if it does come off for him. And I'm sure it will, because he seems like a cracking lad. A cracking lad. And now onto the outgoing transfer that has happened today. Well, not necessarily a transfer as such, but Lamine Kone has been loaned out to Strasbourg. I haven't really seen too much detail as to whether that has any sort of fixed transfer clauses in it, you know, as in like they're going to have to purchase him at the end of this loan. I'm not too sure, or whether there's just an option for it, but at least it gets those wages off our books as of right now, which is going to help massively. So those are the 3 transfers that have happened over the last few days. So now, for me, I think we're just left with another striker, and I think we need a winger as well quite badly now, because when I think about who we have in the wings, we don't really have too many. Obviously, we can play Gooch there, Wyke can fit in there, McGeady's injured, there's obviously Molyneux, Watmore's injured, so there's not really too much to choose from. And I see Maguire more as sort of a attacking midfielder or someone who's going to sit just behind the striker, you know, so there really is a lack of strength and depth all around the squad, really, I suppose. But I think if we did get another striker and a winger of some form, I think that wouldn't be too bad, just at least for the start of this season. But now we'll go on to the captaincy. The captaincy has been handed to George Honeyman. Now, a lot of people have actually messaged me asking me what I think about that, and I'm very mixed with this one, because obviously I think it's great that we've got the luxury of having a lad that is playing regularly and is now the captain, and he's from the area, he's from Sunderland, you know, and he supports the club. He's a massive fan of the club, which is excellent. There's not many teams who have that. You know, the bigger teams, they don't have many homegrown players who are playing regular first-team football for their team. So to make him the captain, I think that's fantastic. There's just a couple of little boxes that he doesn't necessarily tick for me as a captain. You know, I don't see George Honeyman as a leader. He works his arse off, and he comes from the club. Sorry, he comes from Sunderland, which, you know, that's fantastic, and he's a fan as well. So he ticks a lot of boxes, just a couple he doesn't, because I don't see... when I want a captain, I want someone who's going to be very vocal, someone who's going to be making demands and ordering the pitch behind him, you know, building everyone up, and I don't really see that in Honeyman as much. I think he does his sort of leadership skills with his feet. He lets his feet do the talking more than anything, or his actions on the pitch, because, like I say, he does, don't get me wrong, he does work his arse off. He runs around like headless chicken, but, you know, even though he's not the best sort of quality player, he's not the most technically gifted, he does work his arse off, and I'll give that to him. And if I suppose that will rub off on the players as well around him, particularly the young players, if they're looking for someone to look to for some kind of guidance whilst on the pitch, or when things are getting hard, if we are a goal down, you know, with 5-10 minutes left, and they look at George and he's running around like a blue arse fly, then, you know, I suppose that's a good captain in itself, I suppose. So, you know, I am relatively happy with it. And to be fair, there aren't too many other players who I would have give it to, because I would always give a captaincy to someone who has been at the club for a while, if you know what I mean. I mean, Leuven's is the obvious one. He's been a captain almost wherever he's been, and he's been a very good captain at that. But he's only just signed for us. I wouldn't give the captaincy to someone who's just walked into the club, because I don't think that's the right thing to do. Same with Flanagan. I think Flanagan would make a very good captain, because he is very vocal at the back. But yeah, so I think Honeyman, it's a nice touch, really, to have someone from Sunderland and from the area, from the North East, and a fan of the club. So yeah, I am pretty happy with that, yeah. So that is pretty much everything that has happened over the last few days, but there is one more thing. Sunderland do take on Charlton at the weekend, of course. How can I not mention that? I will probably make a preview video beforehand at some point. I might do if I can anyway. But if you don't have me on Instagram or Twitter, you won't know this, so I'll quickly let you know now. I am going to the game. I managed to get it off. I've been trying to get it off for the last sort of 2, 3, 4 weeks, and it just didn't seem like it was going to happen. But then yesterday, or the day before, I can't quite remember now, someone at work has managed to cover my shift. So I will be setting off really early on Saturday morning, and I'll be bringing Shanice, my other half, up to the Stadium Light. It's the first time she's ever been, or because she hasn't been yet. So I'm thinking about vlogging it, which I know a lot of you guys who have seen the post on Instagram, they messaged me, you know, asking me to vlog it, which I'll do bits and pieces, but I'm not really a vlogging type of person, and I liked the quality of the video to be at least half decent, and I only have my phone as well, so the quality won't be fantastic, and plus it is Shanice's first game as well, so I don't want to be whipping my phone out every 2 seconds when I'm trying to show her around the place, show her around Sunderland in the Stadium Light and stuff like that. So yeah, basically, you know, if you do see me out and about and you're going to the game as well, don't hesitate to say hi. It would be awesome to meet a few of you guys as well. But that is the video, guys. So if you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It would be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarnie Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.